Hello everybody, my name is Shine Sprite Ditto, welcoming you back for more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last part, we started up the Fire Temple and got the Megaton Hammer so that we could progress a little bit further and help Darunia in slaying the Dragon Volvagia. Now in this part, we are hopefully going to be finishing up the Fire Temple. You can see that these Okay! You can really see that these temples are starting to take a lot longer than the child temples did. I think that the last part was like half an hour, and we still have about maybe 15-20 minutes left. So almost an hour to progress through here. That's kind of crazy. But the Megaton Hammer, you could see, was able to knock down this block to fit into here. Brought us into this room where we could knock those blocks away. And so hopefully this means the Megaton Hammer is the item necessary to get to the room where Darunia is. And I'm just going to take care of these guys real fast. And honestly, we're almost done with the dungeon. The next set of rooms is really just... I messed up. I'm so stupid. The next set of rooms is getting us used to the Megaton Hammer so that we're able to pretty much wrap around. So just some puzzles involving it before we finish up here, causing us to wrap around and get access to the dungeon key, or the boss key, rather. The big key. I actually think Wind Waker calls it the big key, after the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask call it the boss key. I guess that was a little too, what's the word I'm looking for while I'm sucking at aiming? A little too fourth wall breaking. Like acknowledging that the key is for a boss in a video game. When we slam this, the wall goes down, and the reason that I messed up earlier is because we actually need these boxes. That's why they don't give us anything, because they don't want you to break them. Because there's a blue switch. Blue switches often indicate that it is a wait switch, which means that you need something stepping on it at all times, because... Okay, I thought I was off-centered there, so I was going to show you guys, but those bars will only move if that switch is being pressed down at all times. And yet another big block with a face on it, which our Megaton Hammer will take care of. And I really like how it falls down faster than you, so you always end up having to fall on top of it. And the switch looks rusted. Yes, no matter what we do, we will not be able to hit the switch unless we slam down with the Megaton Hammer because of how rusted it is. But before we go in there, do not step on top of this. I think we'll have to redo this again, actually, but the way to Darunia is forward, but we do not have the boss key. And another stupid Song of Time block. Honestly, one of my least favorite puzzles in the entire series. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes sense in the sense that I know what it does. But it just seems like every time you see the Song of Time block, you know what to do. There's no puzzle. It's just you pulling out the ocarina, and especially if you don't have it equipped. It's such an inconvenience. It doesn't make any sense puzzle-wise, because you already know what to do. You just have to waste a bunch of time playing the Song of Time. I guess that's why it's called the Block of Time, because it wastes your time. And this rusted switch, which we could not get to before, well, we could get to it, but we couldn't hit it before because we didn't have the Megaton Hammer, will open up the door for this little guy. And we have a small key. And we're just not going to talk to him. Now, with our small key in hand... Wait. I'm just going to go back this way. We are going to come up here. And we're going to fall down. But we don't have the boss key. No, we do not. We do not have the boss key. You are very, very correct in that assumption. But actually, before, I'm kind of worried. I have a lot of hearts, which is a good thing. But just to be sure, I'm going to show off this area over here. If you jump to the right instead of the left where the Goron was, because we are back in Darunia's room, we have some pots here. Now, of course, that means that I'm going to want to use my empty bottles, because pots before a boss room? Yeah, you can bet there's going to be bombs in there. No. Some fairies. Hopefully I am not screwed out of that second one by hitting both these pots. And there we go. I doubt that I'll need even one of these, but it's nice to have them, because honestly, I've gone a very long time without having a fairy. But kind of like Link himself. He went, what, 9 years without a fairy? That is how old Child Link is in this game, by the way. It's not he's 11 and then becomes an adult by being 18. He's 9 and then becomes 16 after the 7-year time gap. That is the official age of Link in this game. 9 and 16. But we have had this door here. Since the beginning of the dungeon, it's been here. But you can see the boss key right from the start. A shaking Goron, a boss key, but there's no way to get to it. This is the last thing we need before we can actually fight the boss of the Fire Temple. So, let us head over yonder. And we've had these things here since the beginning of the dungeon. We just haven't had access to the Megaton Hammer. And that is where the final... He almost got me. This is where the final locked door is for the small keys. And Torch Slug. Yep. When the fire on its back is extinguished, it will run away and destroy it before it relights. Yep, and they can take a hot minute. The door is barred. Which means that we do not have a way forward, and the way forward is going to be to defeat every enemy in this room. This feels more like a 2D Zelda puzzle than a 3D Zelda puzzle, but it is nice to have some of these combat rooms, but they are not very frequent, at least in this game. They'll become a lot more frequent in Wind Waker, but trust me, we will get to that. I plan on Let's Playing every single Zelda game. And another floor tile room, mimicking that of the beginning of the dungeon, except this one's actually required to go through. And that is also the last Skulltula, Golden Skulltula of this dungeon. And I haven't explained what these do. These are like likes, an enemy that eats shields and certain clothes. Beat it quickly to get your gear back. Yes, if you get too close to it, it will actually swallow you. And it'll actually swallow you. And if it does that, it'll spit you out, and you'll take damage, obviously. But you'll revert back to the green tunic, and also your shield will be gone. If you do not defeat it fast enough, you will have to go and buy a new tunic from the store, as well as a new shield. That is why the tunics and the shields are sold in stores, even though you can get them for free, because you can actually lose them. And I really love that likes are back in Tears of the Kingdom. But again, we'll get to that probably years from now. And we have the same boss fight as last time. Once again, Ocarina of Time, running out of original ideas by reusing bosses. No, I'm kidding. This game is amazing. And, wow, done with that first phase already. Now on to the second one. And... wow, the spin attack really does seem to be a lot more effective than anything else. And... wow, I can't believe I was right in his line of attack. Or spawning point, rather, because he didn't really attack me. And... I was like, is the boss not defeated? What's going on? It just took a minute. Now we have a small chest. Small chests tend to be more unimportant items, even though small keys come in small chests. But this is just bombs. It's just bombs. Yep. Bams. Bombs? No, okay. It's not 2004. We do not need to do that. Alright, let's go through here, and a rusted switch. And the other side of the room at the beginning. And that looks to be the boss key. Right there. Wondering what it is, even though it's the only thing with this chest design. And hello. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Oh, I see. Big Brother Darunia asked you to rescue me. I owe you big time. Please help Big Brother. I figured we'd just talk to him since it's the last one. But yeah, this dungeon took, because we still have the boss, so it took probably like almost an hour to get through. These dungeons really are getting a lot longer. And trust me, that'll be a pattern that only continues as we get further in. But a pretty decent dungeon. Like I said, it's probably my least favorite in the entire game. except maybe like inside the Deku tree because of how just short and boring that one is. But it's not bad. I don't really think any dungeon in this game is bad. Not even the water temple. It's one of my favorites actually. And what did you do to Darunia? I don't think Link would sound like that, but I guess we'll find out with the live-action Zelda movie being announced. Subterranean Lava Dragon, Volvagia. Alright, Volvagia is a boss. No shit, right? This boss is gonna kind of be like Whack-A-Mole, except I wish I had more arrows. So, basically, when Volvagia's flame appears, he's gonna be coming out. That's when we will just smack him with the Megaton Hammer. And then, you're going to want to jump attack him whenever he falls back down. That is the best way to maximize damage. And then, after a couple hits or so, he will fly around the air. When he flies around the air, you can shoot him with some arrows, which is why I wish I had more. But he's going back in, which means we gotta look out for his flame. But yes, he'll get progressively harder by sort of faking you out. And wow, I actually hit him twice there. I hit him twice, and then he knocked down, which allowed me to do the jump attack. So, yep, you're just gonna wait for the lava, and then I'm completely out of arrows, so I might as well just give up. You're going to want to wait for the lava when the flames appear from the holes, and now he'll probably do 3 different flames from the holes, now that we're so far into the boss fight. He'll fake us out twice, and when he comes up, hit him with the hammer, and then hit him with the hammer again to do more damage. And that's pretty much the rim of this boss fight. This phase just has boulders falling down, so not very hard. If you wait... Look into my eyes and tell me I'm beautiful. It's the boss of the Fire Temple revived Penny. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know its weak point. Yes, because it was so hard to find. Man, me doing that messed me up. Yeah, if you take too long, he'll actually attack you, and then he'll go through this phase again where he flies around the air. The hook shot, I don't know if it does anything, but it's hard to get close enough to know. I'm wondering, I mean, he's flying so low. Can I guess the world will never know. Oh, yes, okay, you can do damage when he's flying around. And yeah, I have so many fairies, and we're so far into this boss, I kind of don't care about taking damage. But when he flies around, you saw the boulders can come crash down. Okay, and this should be the final hit. No. Stop doing that! Okay, well, the next one will be the final hit. It'd be really funny if I had killed him with arrows now, but I'm completely out. Yeah, he'll just fly around, and some of the boulders are going to fall down. You can see the shadows. They're a lot more visible on the 3DS, but then again, what isn't more visible on the 3DS? If I just avoid them, honestly, it's not that much of a threat. This boss is fairly easy. I mean, it's pretty much just Whack-A-Mole. And ooh, 3 fake outs. And yep, without a doubt, the last hit. I barely even get to 3 fake outs. But Volvagia has been defeated, and the Gorons are safe once more. They will no longer be eaten, which is a good thing, I guess. So reduced to ash. That's one of the coolest boss deaths in the entire franchise. And give me my heart container. 14 hearts. I cannot believe how far we've come. Alright, well, let us step through here. The guy on the roof. Death Mountain is clear once again. And it seems we have awakened the Sage of Fire.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be the great Sage of Fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, it must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey, brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship.
You receive the Fire Demalion. Receive the Fire Demalion. I quit. This is the last part. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. Yet again, another one of our friends has awakened to help us as a sage. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. It seems that Darunia is no more, for he is in the Chamber of Sages, fighting alongside us in order to seal Ganondorf. And I think that's going to do it for this part. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we'll do a couple of side quests and then make our way to the next stage. I'll see you guys then.